Hi, I'm David Millar, and I'm going to give you a little bit of history about the Russian River Valley. The Russian River was first settled by the southern Pomo, and they called it Asokawana, which means Eastern River, or water from the east. Along the Russian River peacefully, there was bountiful food and really no reason to have any conflict with other tribes. Next, the Russians came, and they were looking for an establishment to be able to support their hunters and trappers up along the northern Pacific coast. They established Fort Ross initially, and that is how the Russian River got its name, the Russian River. The Russians, unfortunately, were not able to succeed in growing produce for their settlements up north on the coast because of the harsh weather. And what happened next was the great rush of 1849 for gold in Northern California. With those people all coming to San Francisco, they needed more lumber. And there was a huge tract of redwood forests, old virgin redwood, easily accessible along the Russian River for San Francisco. And that was when the area really started to boom. The town of Guerneville was founded around 1860, and the reason was because there was a huge cache of redwood trees. Starting, actually, the first mill was put in where the Safeway parking lot is today in Guerneville, and then the tree harvesting just began in that area and spread out down through the valley. The entire valley, from Guerneville to where Armstrong Woods is today, was one of the largest redwood groves known on the planet. Unfortunately, all those virgin redwood trees were cut down. At first, they were taken out by oxen and by hand, and most of the trees were sawn down by hand. Other towns sprung up along the Russian River with the ever-expanding logging business. Monterey, Duncan's Mills, Cazadero, they all sprung up around the logging community, which has long, strong roots in the area. Next, the advent of the railroad. The railroad was put in from Sausalito all the way up to Cazadero, and it dynamically changed the community. No longer were logs had to be hauled out by oxen. They could be put on the train and brought back to San Francisco. Also, mercury was discovered up the Armstrong Woods Valley along Sweetwater Springs Road, so mercury was able to be mined. These two industries spurned the Guerneville area and brought in many more settlers. In 1908, there was a great earthquake in San Francisco. Most of San Francisco burned down, and they needed new lumber to rebuild San Francisco. The boom was on in the Russian River area for lumber. That, combined with the railroad, really spurred the area into becoming more of an economic center in West Sonoma County. Eventually, the trees were all cut down, and there was a need for a new economy. Thankfully, the train ran from Sausalito all the way to Cazadero. So new families in San Francisco who wanted to have vacations, they didn't go to Hawaii, they didn't jump on an airplane. What they did is they got on the train in Sausalito and came up to the Russian River. It was the perfect situation. Mom and the kids could stay on the Russian River all summer long enjoying themselves, and Dad could come up on the weekends and then go back for work on Sunday. The Russian River population would boom in the summer times, with lots of families coming up from the San Francisco Bay Area. There was the big band era, the dance halls. San Francisco made the Russian River a booming, vibrant place throughout the whole summertime, with new communities popping up, like Rio Neto, where a working class family could come up and build their own cabin. The Russian River was also a dynamic and diverse place for fishing. Steelhead trout, salmon made it a great place for recreational fishermen to come up and enjoy themselves. The biodiversity of the area was spectacular. The Russian River had fishing, you had the Pacific Ocean, you've got the beautiful, cool redwood forests. You also had the beginning of a wine industry which started to take root in the Sonoma County area. So people could come up and enjoy many different factors and aspects of the region. If you're looking for an accepting, diverse culture, the Russian River is a hotspot and a melting point for the Bay Area. We've got a little bit of everything for everyone. Bars, restaurants, hiking, fishing, swimming, festivals. There's so much to do here, and now it's become a vibrant space for the San Francisco Bay Area.